Seventh and final matchup between these two opponents. The San Francisco Seagulls take on the Menlo Park Legends. Fourth place Menlo Park versus fifth place San Francisco Seagulls here at Tom Lara Field in San Bruno, California. Hi everyone, I am Cameron Anderson on the call, and let's get straight into the away lineups. San Francisco Seagulls currently the host at home, but are really the away team in this matchup. Who are the visiting team today, although playing here in San Bruno. Josh Hansen playing third will lead things off, followed by Isaiah Landry in left. Ryan Lordier hitting third, but playing second base. Andrew Tinsley in right. Ethan Rohn DHing. Jake Barber at short. Liam Forsyth behind the dish. Jake Brewer at first. Josh Algren manning center field and batting ninth. And on the mound, number 15, Matt Moreno, who had his first outing not too long ago, just a few days ago, against the South Bay Storm in a non-CCL matchup. All right, let's take a look at the home team, Menlo Park Legends. Hayden Young Goldberg once again gets the start in center and leads things off, followed by Evan Bilter DHing, Emmett Finney at first, Rowan Felsch in right, Kevin Shea at second, Vaskin Smith in left, Ethan Bergen behind the dish, Josh Quinn at short, Nick Walsh at third, and the man on the mound for the Legends is number 2, Drew Brown. All right, we are getting underway for first pitch, and some notes on Drew Brown, 5'11" right-hander from Sacramento, California. Went to Inderkum High School and is an undecided freshman. Pitched 49 1/3 innings pitched between his junior and senior year with 65 punch-outs and a dominant 1.56 ERA, and is currently looking for an opportunity at the 4-year level. Well, he's going to be taking on another guy that just finished up at high school, although he has plenty of options in front of him. It's Josh Hansen, went to IMG Academy in Florida and is currently committed to USC if he doesn't decide to sign with a major league roster. First pitch from Brown misses low and out, and the second pitch misses out, so it's 2-0 on Josh Hansen. The 2-0 is fouled off by Hansen. Like I said, this is the 7th time these teams have matched up against each other this summer, and it is the final time they will play each other. They've played each other 5 times in the last 9 days, which is pretty remarkable. And the Seagulls won their last matchup on Sunday. Final score of 3-1 as Dwyer Lewis pitched another 7-inning gem, 11 punch-outs for him. He now has the 3rd most strikeouts in all of the California Collegiate League. That includes the North and South Division. He also lowered his ERA to a 1.80, which is 4th best. The best in all of the CCL is the Seagulls closer, Will Ellis. Here's a line drive into right field. Right fielder will make the catch out there. That is Rowan Felsch. And that is how the first out is retired here in the top of the first. One gone for the left fielder, Isaiah Landry. Landry from Pittsburgh, California. Went to El Cerrito High and Clayton Valley. Played at El Cerrito High with R.J. Green, who's one of the top 500 MLB draft prospects from Richmond, and currently just finished his junior year at Cal. Fastball fouled back. 1-1 on Landry. Landry, a sophomore at Alabama State, hit .319 his junior year of high school, 4 doubles, a triple, a homer, and 7 stolen bases. The 1-1 from Brown misses outside. 2-1. this spring as a freshman at Alabama State. He hit .363 in 31 games with 7 doubles, 4 triples, and 2 home runs. Last summer, he played for the Alameda Anchors, who have 2 teams in Alameda now, with the Anchors and the Merchants in the CCL. Ground ball to third. Nick Walsh makes the play in time. 2 are gone. So 5-3 put out and 2 down here in the bottom of the first. And in steps the second baseman batting third today, also leads the team in batting average coming into this one. It's Ryan Lordier. Lordier from Millbrae, went to Cappuccino High School and just finished his sophomore year at West Valley JC, part of that West Valley team that went all the way to the state championship in the 3C 2A. Wonderful season for them. And West Valley also hosted the softball championships this spring. Lordier in his 3 years on varsity in high school hit .423, .393, and .474. Then played in 89 games in his 2 years at West Valley. This one is popped up. Could be playable for the catcher Bergen, and he will make the catch. It's a 1-2-3 first for Drew Brown. We head to the bottom of the first. Still 0-0 here in San Bruno. Matt Moreno, the right-hander, making his summer debut on the mound. Primarily, you've seen him at third base. He DH'd last night for the Seagulls, or excuse me, not last night, Sunday night, their last game, in which they played the Menlo Park Legends here. Moreno, 6'2" right-hander from South Hills High School, and is an incoming freshman at LMU. He had 37 2/3 innings pitched in his junior and senior year of high school, 33 punch-outs, and a 1.30 ERA. He, like I said earlier, made his first pitching debut technically against the South Bay Storm, although it was a non-league game. So this is his first league appearance. He's going to be having that fastball in the low 90s. A lot of life for the right-hander with him. Young Goldberg headed to Santa Clara in the fall. Here's a ground ball, and it's past the shortstop Barber into left field, and it's a leadoff knock for the Legends. So young Goldberg gets on base and a threat on the bases as well. He stole 27 bags last spring. But here's Evan Bilter DHing in this one. Went to Foothill High School and is a sophomore. Mines. First pitch to him is in there, strike one from Moreno. Bilter played 3 years of varsity football and baseball at Foothill, and in 54 career games, he hit .411, 13 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, and 45 RBIs. Second pitch is a grounder to Brewer. He can't field it cleanly. Could still have a chance to get the out at first, and they do. Ryan Lordier heads up, moves over, and gets there in time to pick up that ball that ricocheted off of Brewer's glove and flips it to first. 1 gone. Young Goldberg moves up to second, so 1 out now And a runner on second for the 6'4" first baseman, Emmett Finney. Finney from Alameda, went to St. Joseph Notre Dame High School, year at Ohlone, and a year at Chabot. As he swings through the fastball, 0-1. The 0-1 from Moreno is a good slider. Finney swung right over the top of it. He's down the count 0-2. Finney in his 3 years of varsity in high school hit .417, 7 doubles, 2 triples, 8 homers, and 34 RBIs in just 25 games. Hit 3 home runs and 30 at-bats at Ohlone as he takes the 0-2 fastball high, ball 1. This spring at Chabot, he hit .376, 10 doubles, 2 triples, 11 homers, and 46 RBIs in 46 games. He had a monster season at Chabot. The catcher for the Seagulls, Liam Forsyth, just finished at Chabot as he swings through the slider once again, and he's down swinging for the second out. 2 gone here after the leadoff single. And here is Rowan Felsch, the right fielder for the Legends. From Palo Alto, went to Palo Alto High School, College of San Mateo, and is committed to play at UC Irvine. Fastball to him, runs inside, ball 1. 3 years of varsity baseball and football for Felsch. And as a linebacker, he made 114 tackles in just 17 games. 56 solo tackles. Next fastball misses outside, 2-0 to Felsch. He hit .283 with 7 doubles, a triple, and 5 homers in his senior year. And this spring at CSM, he hit .338 with 9 homers, 48 RBIs, and had a .699 slugging percentage. Pretty impressive numbers for Felsch. Moreno tried to backdoor the slider, just missed outside. It's 3-0. Does have an open base at first. Kevin Shea, the second baseman, on deck. The 3-0 in there, strike 1. Moreno dominated the South Bay Storm lineup a few days ago. As Felsch fouls that one back, and Moreno back in the count, 3-2. Moreno struck out the side against the South Bay Storm in his short appearance. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 punch-outs here in the bottom of the first for Moreno, displaying a nasty repertoire. We go to the top of the second, still 0-0. Andrew Tinsley, the right fielder, set to lead things off against Drew Brown. Tinsley from Frisco, Texas. Just finished up at Murray State JC. And is headed to North Carolina AT&T to pursue his baseball career. This spring at Murray State, he hit .355, 7 homers, 19 stolen bases, and had 54 RBIs in 53 games. The biggest question for Brown this summer has been his command and location. Comes into this one with over an 8 ERA, but 14 punch-outs in 15 innings. So he's got electric stuff, just about commanding it. 18 walks in those 15 innings as Tinsley fouls that one back. Two and two. That one misses low and in the dirt. 3-2 to Andrew Tinsley, trying to lead things off here against Drew Brown. Looks like there's already an arm getting loose in the Menlo Park bullpen. This one is hit hard out to center field, but right to the glove of young Goldberg out there for the first out.
Number 26, Ethan.
One gone, and that'll bring up the Seagulls' designated hitter, batting 5th today in the order, number 26, Ethan Roan. As he takes a look at a first pitch fastball in there, strike one. Roan from Choctaw, Oklahoma. Good eye right there on the fastball that was just a little outside of what the previous pitch was. The 1-1 breaking ball hit to third base and Walsh can't field it cleanly. Roan rounding first, digging for two, and he's going to be in there safely. It's a double for Ethan Roan. So Brown hung the curveball. Roan got on top of it a little bit, but it was a chopper to third to the right of Walsh. Tried to make a sliding stop, went right over his glove and into the corner for a double. So 1-out double for Roan, and in steps Jake Barber, who had a 2-run double the last time these two teams played each other back on Sunday. A clutch 2 RBI double to give the Seagulls the lead in what was a great pitcher's duel. Two 2-0 on Barber, who's from Raleigh, North Carolina. The 2-0 misses out. 3-0. Barber just finished his freshman year at Queen's University of Charlotte. Started in 50 games this spring. 8 home runs and 7 doubles for him. The power has definitely started to come on here about midway through the CCL schedule. He homered against the Stompers, doubled on Sunday as he fouls that one back. So it was 3-0, and now the count runs full. The 3-2 from Brown, and swing and a miss. Barber swung at that one. It ended up in the dirt. Great breaking ball from Brown as he collects the second out and his first punch out of the ballgame. 2 gone for the catcher, number 30, Liam Forsyth from Hayward, California. Went to Chabot. Takes a look at a strike at the top of the zone. Forsyth had a great conference season. Monster second half of the year, hitting 7 home runs in conference play. As that one runs inside and drills him. So the fastball gets away from Brown. And now runners on first and second with 2 gone. First baseman, number 29, Jake Brewer, digs into the box. Batting 8th today, Brewer from San Bruno and also into Cappuccino High School. Hard hit grounder, but unfortunately hit right to the second baseman, Kevin Shea, who flips to Quinn at short for the 3rd out. So the Seagulls get runners on first and second, but no come across here in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second, 0-0. Back here for the bottom of the second, and in super crazy, unfortunate fashion, Matt Moreno exits the ballgame after just 1 inning, appearing injured as he was warming up in between innings. And so the Seagulls are going to have to go to the bullpen here after just 1 inning in which Matt Moreno was incredibly dominant. A couple of punch-outs to finish his outing. And it's going to be another right-hander making his debut With the Seagulls, it's 6'3" right-hander Lincoln Juarez, who's from San Jose, California, went to Willow Glen High School and West University, a couple of seasons there. Threw 40 innings in his 3 years on varsity, 34 punch-outs and a 4.38 ERA. Played 2 seasons at West Valley. And this spring, he threw 50 innings, 26 punch-outs, and a 4.68 ERA and a 1.38 WHIP. So another West Valley JC guy. And Juarez is committed to Cumberland University for his junior year. So very unfortunate for the Seagulls. And you just hope that whatever Moreno tweaked or injured is nothing serious in his first appearance of the summer in CCL League play, and clearly an arm that the Seagulls could use, as just unfortunate injuries part of the game. So Kevin Shea, batting 5th today and playing 2nd, will lead things off for the Legends against the new pitcher. Shea from San Carlos, California, went to Carlmont High School, Paris JC, and is a senior at University of San Francisco. Hit .328 at Carlmont High School, and in his sophomore year at Paris JC, he hit .308 in 45 games and had a 7-game hit streak that season. First pitch from Juarez is way up and out. Ball 1. This spring at USF, Shea just had 3 at-bats, but went 1 for 3 with an RBI. 2-0 on Shea. And the 2-0 just misses up. 3-0. The 3-0 from Juarez in there, strike 1. Vaskin Smith, the left fielder, on deck. The 3-1 popped up. Center fielder Josh Algren will run in and call off the shortstop Barber and make the catch for the first out.
It's half off hot dogs for the next half inning.
Here's the left fielder, number 18, Vaskin Smith from Rio Rancho, New Mexico, to Rio Rancho High School and is a redshirt freshman at University of New Mexico. First pitch slider misses inside. Ball 1. Smith was the 2022 and 2023 first team All-Metro selection in high school and won a state championship. As this one is popped up, second baseman Ryan Lordier will head into the shadows and make the catch for the second out.
Now batting number 7, Joshua Quinn.
2 gone for number 12, catcher Ethan Bergen. Bergen getting the start today behind the dish. And again, we've seen this team so many times, so a lot of these guys have played multiple games. Ethan Bergen. One and 0 on Bergen. Slider runs inside and it hit him. Looks like it just grazed
Now batting number 7,
the Legends catcher. And so Bergen will reach with 2 out here in the bottom of the second. And that'll bring up the shortstop, number 7, Josh Quinn. Quinn has played fantastic defense against the Seagulls in the many games that these two teams have played each other. Fouls that one down the right field line, out of play. Strike one. Quinn went to St. Francis High School and is a senior at Cal Lutheran. Played in the WCAL League and made first honors all 4 years. He's played in 92 career games in his 3 years at Cal Lutheran, hitting .298, 20 doubles, 7 triples, 8 homers, 17 stolen bases, and 54 RBIs, and has also been a great glove up the middle for them. 1-1 to Quinn. Bergen, the catcher, at first. He's bouncing around over there. Juarez fires and it's fouled back. 1-2. One and two on Quinn. Slider, strike three. Got him looking. Juarez, a good first inning for him in his Seagulls debut. We go to the top of the third. Still 0-0 here in San Bruno. Center fielder Josh Algren set to lead things off here in the top of the third against Drew Brown, who has just surrendered the one hit. It was a double by Ethan Rohn in the last inning. So Seagulls trying to pounce on the hard-throwing right-hander Drew Brown. Algren, who was born in Japan and played baseball in 7 different countries before coming to the U.S. at age 14. He hits a ground ball to Finney over there at first, and he's out off one pitch here in the top of the third. For those of you just joining, remember it is a little confusing that we are here in San Bruno, but the Seagulls are technically the visiting team today. The game was supposed to be in San Mateo, but the location had to be moved. So the Menlo Park Legends still get their home field. Well, they are still the home team, just not at their home field. First pitch to Josh Hansen is in there, strike one. Here's a line drive down the right field line, and it gets down. It's a fair ball. Hansen's going to round first, and he's going to get into second easily, standing. It's a one-out double for Josh Hansen. So 2 doubles for the Seagulls in back-to-back innings. More of a rarity for this team that has definitely lacked the power. But now, Landry with a runner on second and 1 out. Brown immediately gets ahead, 0-1 on the well-located fastball. Landry 0 for 1 today, grounded out to third in his first at-bat. Slider in the dirt. One and one on Landry. Brown sets and fires and misses outside. 2-1. Landry comes into this one hitting .219. This is his 13th game of the summer with the Seagulls. This is 34th at bat. Takes a look at that one down, and it's 3-1. Landry, 7 walks so far this summer. A pretty impressive high number. A couple of stolen bases for him as well. And he takes a look at ball 4 as the fastball stays up. And now the Seagulls once again have runners on first and second, this time with just 1 out. One gone for Ryan Lordier, who, like I said, came into this one leading the team in batting average, as assistant coach will take a walk out to the mound and talk to Drew Brown. Well, this is the 31st year of the CCL and the first year for the Seagulls here as affiliates in the CCL. Currently 5th in the North Division. 1 game behind the Menlo Park Legends, who are 4.5 games back of the first place Walnut Creek Crawdads. Slider to Lordier is low, ball 1. Lordier comes into this one hitting .304. Double, 10 RBIs, still tied with Kai Holm in that department, with the most on the team. Fastball, and it's a ground ball to short. Quinn to second, on to first, and it's an inning-ending double play. Brown gets out of the jam. We go to the bottom of the third, still tied 0-0. Well, make sure to join us in the next San Francisco Seagulls game, in which they'll be traveling to Sonoma, California, at Arnold Field to play the Sonoma Stompers. That game will be on Thursday at 6:05 p.m. Pacific time, obviously. Top of the fourth. Sorry, everybody, for the mute bottom of the third. Totally forgot to unmute my mic right there. Andrew Tinsley set to lead things off here in this nothing ball game. Drew Brown still on the mound. Couple of hits surrendered so far and a walk and a hit by pitch. Seagulls had runners on first and second with one out in the top of the third, but were unable to drive any runs across. This one popped up and out of play, straight back. Breaking ball in the dirt. Tinsley doesn't bite. Tinsley comes into this one hitting .273, second best batting average on the team, and what's been a lineup that's been trying to get it going this summer. The Seagulls have primarily been carried by good pitching, good defense, and good plate discipline. Fourth in walks drawn in all of the CCL teams, including the North and South Division. That one misses now. 3-2 on Tinsley. The 3-2 is a chopper, but that will run foul, and we'll try again. Tinsley leading the team in runs scored with 14, and he leads the team in hits with 18. 2 doubles, 9 walks, and his 5 stolen bases also leads the team. Takes a look at ball 4, and that is a gutsy take from Tinsley as that one just misses outside. Nobody out. Runner on first for Ethan Roan, who chops this one foul. Roan didn't get the start on Sunday against the Legends, but starts today as the designated hitter. Had a great start to the summer as he swings through the fastball. Throw to second is not in time. It's another stolen base for Tinsley. This one scoots into center field, but shortstop Josh Quinn will hustle over before Tinsley thinks about taking third. So it's Tinsley's sixth stolen base of the season. It was a strike on Roan, 0-2. Sounds like he might have broke his bat as it was a little flare out to second base. Shea makes the catch for the first out. And it looks like Roan's going to need a new bat for his next plate appearance. Here's Jake Barber, who has really been coming along offensively for the Seagulls, getting his batting average up to 200 now, and has been clutch in the last few games. 5 RBIs now on the season for him. Tuno on Barber. He also started in left field, giving the Seagulls a little more defensive versatility. Primarily has been playing up the middle. Today, getting the start at short. The 2-1 from Brown. And Barber hits this one out to right center field. Felsch diving catch. What a play from the Legends right fielder as he robs a base hit and potentially a run. Tinsley tags up from second, and they're going to appeal to second, but he did tag up in time. So Tinsley moves up to third, but now 2 are gone. for the catcher, Liam Forsyth.
Liam Forsyth.
2 outs and a runner on third for the Chabot catcher. Forsyth comes into this one just hitting 185. 3 runs, an RBI, and a double this season for Forsyth as he takes a look at a strike inside. One and one on Forsyth. Runner 90 feet away. Slider gets by the catcher. Tinsley read it perfectly, and he will come in standing as the Seagulls get on the board first, 1-0. That is where speed kills, as Tinsley, who walked to lead things off, swiped second and then tagged up on the fly ball to right and then comes in to score on the wild pitch. 2-1 on Forsyth. Now bases are cleared as he pops this one up, and Emmett Finney won't be able to make the catch. They're going to call it a foul ball. Oh, it was a tricky one. Finney was in foul territory, and the ball landed foul, so now 2-2. And everything gets a little tricky here at San Bruno City Park with the shadows coming into play. Right now, the pitcher's mound not covered by any shadows, so when Brown's releasing the ball, it's in the sun, and then it's entering the zone as just a dark shadowed ball. Strike 3, Forsyth down looking. It's the second punch out for Drew Brown, but the Seagulls push one across here in the top of the fourth. 1-0 San Francisco as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Seagulls go to the bullpen. It's going to be the right-hander once again, number 2, Ryan Rocha from South San Francisco, went to El Camino High School and was a redshirt freshman at Kenyatta. In his junior and senior year of high school, he threw 66 innings, recorded 63 punch-outs, and posted a 3.71 ERA. Faces Finney and gets him to swing through the fastball, 0-1. This is Rocha's 6th appearance of the summer, 12 2/3 innings pitched so far. So could be used as a somewhat long reliever if he's efficient today, but probably just going to see him go a couple of innings, similar to Lincoln Juarez, who's trying to build up for the summer himself. Big breaking ball. Finney swings over the top of it. 0-2, or excuse me, 1-2. Finney struck out swinging in his first at-bat in that magnificent frame from Matt Moreno, who came out of the ballgame after that first inning due to an injury while warming up for the home half of the second. Rocha 6 earned runs in his 12 2/3 innings pitched coming into this one. 7 walks, 8 punch outs. Pitched against this team back on July 1st. Here's a fly ball to left field, and this one is foul. Hit well and may have been given a chance if he was able to straighten that one out instead. Still 2-2. The 2-2 misses. Ball 3. So Finney making Rocha work immediately out of the pen, as this will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Fastball misses. Ball 4. That one was just low to the 6'4" first baseman, Emmett Finney. And here's Rowan Felsch, the right fielder for the Legends. Hitting cleanup today. He also struck out swinging in his first at-bat, as this one gets by Forsythe, and Finney moves up on the wild pitch. Forsythe will call time and go talk to his right-hander. Felsch comes into this one hitting .234, 11 runs, tied for the most on the team with JP Avila, who's not in the lineup today but is usually their cleanup hitter. He pops this one up to Barber, ranging into short left field, and he'll make the catch. One gone. So Rocha quickly recovers from the walk and the wild pitch, advancing Finney up to scoring position at second. One gone now for Kevin Shea, the second baseman. He flew out to short center field in his first at-bat, back in the second. Rocha sets and fires. Curveball misses outside. 1-0. Shea hitting .244 this summer. 7 runs, 5 RBIs. He has a triple. One of 2 triples for the team. The other one was hit by Vaskin Smith. Or actually, excuse me, it was hit by his double play partner, Josh Quinn. 1-1 on Shea. One breaking ball, and that one Forsythe unable to hold on to, and that'll go down as a pass ball. So a wild pitch and a pass ball. Finney moves up to third base. So now Shea has a runner 90 feet away with less than 2 outs. 2-1 count. Infield will play back this early into the ball game. This one fouled back, 2-2. Big strikeout spot for Rocha and the Seagulls. Rocha now working out of the windup. The 2-2. Breaking ball and is chopped back to the mound. Finney will hold up at third. Rocha on to first in the dirt, but dug out by Brewer over there in time for the second out. So great job from Rocha getting off the mound and fielding that one. Finney had to hold up at third base because the ball was so close to the plate. Rocha would have been able to just flip it to Forsyth and tag out Finney. And great pick over there at first base from Brewer. Vaskin Smith swings through the fastball, 0-1. He popped out to second in his first at-bat. 0-1 breaking ball, and this one gets by Forsyth. Rocha will be covering home. Finney's going to hold up as he's halfway down the line, and he heads back to third base as Forsyth, great job pouncing on that one. He slid over to grab that one, and Emmett Finney would have been potentially out at home. Rare that you see a runner at third try to advance like that and then stop halfway and get back in time. That one also misses low. Two and one. The 2-1. Breaking ball. It's a grounder to third. Hansen on to first. It is low, but Brewer able to get that one also. And Rocha gets out of the jam. Runner on second with nobody out, and no runs come across here in the bottom of the fourth. We head to the fifth, 1-0 Seagulls. Drew Brown still on the mound for the Legends, and he has been good so far in this one. Much better than his last performance, in which he pitched against the Stompers on the July 3rd. And that 16-1 rout by the Stompers. He pitched 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. 4 innings so far for Brown. 1 run surrendered as Jake Brewer leads things off and swings through the fastball, 0-1. Brewer grounded out to second base. It was a fielder's choice as Shea flipped to his shortstop, Quinn. Recording the third out, back in the second. 1-1 on Brewer. Fouled back, 1-2. Brewer entered today hitting 182 in 22 at-bats. 3 RBIs this summer for him. The 1-2 misses, 2-2. Brewer, one of the returning Seagulls from last year's GSCBL squad. Count runs full. 3-2, swing and a miss. Brewer goes down swinging for the first out, and Brown picks up where he left off with a strikeout. 3 punch-outs now for Drew Brown this evening. And in steps Josh Algren, batting ninth today and manning center field. He grounded out to third on the first pitch he saw. Fouls this one back. Algren definitely a believer in the ambush tactics. Aggressive early in counts. Algren played in 7 different countries before going to King's Academy High School at 14. And then had a amazing freshman year at Ohlone. His first team all-conference. Didn't play this spring due to transfer rules. He transferred to Queen's University of Charlotte, where Jake Barber is. And he's now currently in the transfer portal, looking for a 4-year and looking to contribute somewhere. Another ground ball foul, still 0-2 here on Algren. Algren trying to get the bat going here. Comes in today hitting 195. This is his 17th game of the summer. That one inside just misses him. He's got 10 walks this summer, 3rd most on the team, and his 5 stolen bases, 2nd most behind Andrew Tinsley, who just picked up his 6th earlier this evening. The 1-2 from Brown in the dirt, 2-2. Well, luckily there's no runners on base for the Legends, because a few of these have gotten past the catcher into the backstop. The 2-2 from Brown misses, 3-2. Algren making Brown work here. Top of the order looming. That one stays inside, ball 4. It's another walk for Josh Algren, his 11th of the summer. So the Seagulls get a 1-out base runner after the walk from the 9-hitter Josh Algren, and that'll bring up the leadoff hitter Josh Hansen. Hansen currently ranked the number 323rd best MLB draft prospect in the country. But he grounds into second base, but they are not able to get the back end of the double play as Hansen, his speed pays off right there, hustling down the line. He beats that one out, so they get the out at second, but not the out at first as Hansen reaches on the fielder's choice. So 5-4 put out, and Algren out at second. As Hansen reaches on the fielder's choice, and so that'll give Isaiah Landry an at-bat here in the 5th after some Good hustle from Hansen beating that one out. Landry takes a look at a fastball down the middle, strike one. Landry 0 for 1 today, ground out and a walk in his last plate appearance. Another fastball, just misses, 1-1. Looks like right-hander Nolan Rodriguez might be getting loose in the bullpen for the Legends. Landry just out in front of this one. Hit it hard, but needs to straighten that one out. 1-2 now. 2 gone, runner on first here in the top of the 5th. Hansen, big lead over there at first, and he's on the move. And this one is hit into right center field. Hansen was on the run with the pitch, so he's going to advance to third easily. Don't know if that was a designed hit and run, but nonetheless, it worked to perfection. So now runners on the corners with 2 gone for the Seagulls. Ryan Lordier, who currently leads the team in batting average and RBIs. So right man, right spot. Seagulls trying to add to their lead in this 1-0 ball game. That one, good spot on the outside corner, strike one. Lordier popped up in his first at-bat and then grounded into an inning-ending double play in his last at-bat. He's 0 for 2 today. Landry bluffed the steal. Good take right there, 1-1. Landry on the move. This is a chopper to the second baseman, Shea, on to first in time for the third out. So the Seagulls unable to push any across here in the top of the 5th. We go to the home half of the 5th. Still 1-0 here in San Bruno. Getting ready for the bottom of the 5th, and while we have a little bit of time, maybe catch up on sort of this season in the CCL. Like I mentioned, 31st year of the CCL. The league was founded in 1993, and this season a little bit of some change of scenery as there's 4 new affiliates. Obviously, the San Francisco Seagulls, one of those affiliates, along with the Alameda Merchants in the North Division. In the South Division, there's the Ventura County Pirates and the San Diego Sunrays. The Walnut Creek Crawdads and the Sonoma Stompers are the only 2 teams still in the North Division, as the three-peat Healdsburg Prune Packers, the Bay Area Admirals, Lincoln Potters, and Solano Mudcats all moved out of the CCL, and the Slow Blues went from the South Division to the North Division this summer. The Prune Packers, Mudcats, and Potters are all now a part of the new Pacific Empire League with the West Coast Kings, Humboldt Crabs, and Medford Rogues. The North Division also added the Menlo Park Legends, obviously. So both these teams, first years in the CCL. Ryan Rocha to Ethan Bergen. Bergen hits this one down the right field line. Tinsley coming in, and it's going to get by him, and this one's going to run all the way to the fence. Bergen's rounding second. He's digging for 3, and it's going to be a stand-up triple to lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th. So Bergen reaches in his first 2 plate appearances. Remember, he was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat and leads things off here with a triple. 3rd triple of the summer for the Legends. One of the other guys who's hit a triple this summer is the man digging into the box, Josh Quinn. Quinn struck out looking in his first at-bat. First pitch to him is in there, strike 1. Quinn comes into this one hitting .206 this summer. This is his 18th game. Leads the team in at-bats, with this being his 70th at-bat of the summer. 14 hits, 4 doubles, 8 RBIs. Breaking ball in the dirt, and Forsyth able to keep that one in front. 2-1. Rocha once again out of the windup with the runner on third. Nobody out, and here's the 2-1 in the dirt. Forsyth tried to pick it. Luckily, able to keep it in front of him. 3-1. Looks like Seagulls might be getting an arm loose in their bullpen. The 3-1 is a fastball. Quinn's all over this one. It's going to get down in front of Landry, and it's an RBI single. We're tied here in the bottom of the 5th, 1-1. So RBI single for Josh Quinn, and it's a brand new ball game. And here's Nick Walsh. He flew out to right in his first at-bat. Still nobody out. He squares around, but will pull back as the fastball ran a little too far inside. Ball 1. One and 0. Rocha fires. It's a little dribbler foul. 1-1. Walsh has been a good glove at third for the Legends, just trying to get the offense to come along as well. Comes into this one hitting just 128 in 39 at-bats. Forsyth back pick at first. Quinn will get in standing. 5 RBIs and 5 walks this summer for Walsh, and 4 stolen bases. Quinn on the move, and he chose a good pitch to run on. It was a curveball, and the throw from Forsyth is just too late, so Quinn swipes second. It was a ball on the pitch, so now 2-1 on Walsh. First stolen base this evening for the Legends. They did, however, advance up to third base on a wild pitch and a pass ball. Emmett Finney did back in the 4th, but was stranded there at third. Here's a ground ball to first. Brewer will step on the bag himself for the first out. So 3 unassisted. Quinn moves up to third on the ground ball to the right side. And now the lineup flips over. But before that, Coach Dom will take a brisk walk out to the mound. Coach Dominic Sebastiani, also known as Coach Dom, primarily, was a 3-year player with the San Francisco Seagulls and was a coach at Murray State JC, which his time there helped recruit the likes of Andrew Tinsley, Ethan Rohn, and the dominant closer leading the CCL in ERA, Will Ellis, who picked up the save a couple of nights ago right here at San Bruno City Park. And that 3-1 victory was a phenomenal game, one of the best games of the season for the Seagulls, top to bottom. Another out-of-state guy, Jake Barber, was the hero in that one. So we've seen the out-of-state players have a big impact for the Seagulls this summer. Infield is drawn in now. Breaking ball in the dirt to young Goldberg, 1-0. Goldberg 1 for 2 today. Single in the first and then flew out in the third. Goldberg from Palo Alto as he takes a look at a ball. He went to Palo Alto High School, Monterey Peninsula College, and is committed to Santa Clara. He was selected to First Team Coast Conference this spring, hitting .329, 9 homers and 54 RBIs. And heads up, Evan Bilter on deck as Goldberg was a little out in front of that one. Two and one now on Goldberg, who had 54 RBIs and 27 stolen bases this spring at Monterey Peninsula. 2-1, tries to catch the outside corner, but just misses. 3-1. Does have an open base at first. See if he's trying to work around him. Goldberg fouls this one off. Might have been ball 4 right there. So now a 3-2 count makes things a little bit more interesting. It seemed like Rocha's kind of been trying to work around Goldberg this at-bat. But now with 2 strikes on him, see if he goes after him. 3-2, and it hits him. So second hit by pitch for this pitching staff today is there's one back in the second as Juarez hit Ethan Bergen. Looks like Coach Dom is going to take the ball from Ryan Rocha. Runners on first and third and 1 out. And we'll be back for the right-hander Nick Balch getting ready to go here in San Bruno, California. Inning and a third for Ryan Rocha here in this one as he took over for Lincoln Juarez, who went a couple of innings after Matt Moreno, the starter, injured himself warming up in between innings. So he was only able to go 1 inning, an anticlimactic debut for him in league play as He was magnificent to kick things off. But here's the tall right-hander, Nick Balch, 6'3", from San Bruno, and also went to Cappuccino High School. That one in the dirt. Goldberg was bluffing as if he was going to steal second. Obviously, hindsight, seems like that was a good pitch to run on, is that one in the dirt, but Forsyth does a nice job corralling it and keeping it in front of him. Evan Bilter swung on the pitch, so 0-1. Runners on the corners with one gone. Now he's on the move, and no throw to second. So Goldberg makes it in. Balch went to Skyline College and just completed his junior year at Cal State East Bay. So him, Dwyer Lewis, and Owen Gallegos from Cal State East Bay Arms in the pitching staff for the Seagulls. He was primarily a first baseman in high school, hitting .375 in his junior season and .398 in his senior season. Then at Skyline, just focused on pitching. In his 2 seasons, posted a .208 ERA and a .109 WHIP. Fastball, check swing. And they're going to peel down to second, and second base umpire is going to say he went around. 2-2 on Bilter. Runners on second and third with one out here in the bottom of the fifth. 2-2 popped up. Brewer will give it a run, but will run out of room. We'll try the 2-2 again. At Skyline, Balch was part of the 2022 Coast Conference Championship team and was the 2023 Spring Dean's List honoree. Fastball up and in. Bilter gets out of the way, 3-2. Balch made just 4 appearances out of the pen this spring at Cal State East Bay. 7 hits, 4 runs, and 4 punch-outs for him. The 3-2, swing and a miss. Bilter check swung at ball 4. It was up by his chin, and so the Seagulls catch a break here. Bilter down swinging, and now there's 2 outs for the 3-hitter, number 29, Emmett Finney. Finney 0 for 1 today with a walk. He made it all the way up to third base back in the 4th, but was stranded there with 1 out. First pitch runs inside, ball 1. Breaking ball way up and in. That one gets away from Balch. Slipped out of the hand. This is Balch's 9th appearance of the summer. 15 1/3 innings pitched coming into this one. 14 hits, 12 earned runs, 16 walks, and 12 strikeouts. So comes in with a 7.04 ERA. Trying to lower that number here. But the 2-0 misses inside. Now 3-0. Does have an open base at first. See how aggressive he gets here against a dangerous hitter in Emmett Finney. Gets the fastball over, strike 1. 3-1 on Finney. Finney comes into this one hitting .273. He had a solo shot. His 1 home run this season came against the Seagulls. This one popped and out of play. Now 3-2. Finney, 4th most strikeouts on the team with 14. This is his 17th game of the summer with the Legends. 3-2, 2 out, runner on second and third. And he got him. Wow, what a pitch from Nick Balch. Emmett Finney furious about that call, saying that one stayed upstairs. Nonetheless, Balch gets out of the jam. 1 run does come across here in the bottom of the 5th. We're tied heading to the 6th. Top of the 6th, Cameron Anderson here on the call in San Bruno, California. Heading to the later stages of the ball game, and the Legends' new right-hander, number 20, Nolan Rodriguez, comes into the ball game. Rodriguez, 6'1" right-hander from San Jose, California, went to Branham High School and is a sophomore at Menlo College. Played 2 years of varsity, pitching 80 2/3 innings pitched with 91 punch-outs and a 3.99 ERA. He also hit .421 as a junior in high school, and this spring at Menlo he threw 8 innings, 11 punch-outs, but a 9.72 ERA. This is Rodriguez's 6th appearance of the summer. 10 innings so far, 11 hits, 7 earned runs, 9 walks, 7 punch-outs. Comes in with a 6.30 ERA. First pitch fastball to Andrew Tinsley. Stays up, ball 1. Legends put 1 across in the bottom of the 5th as Rodriguez spikes the fastball, 2-0. Tinsley walked in the 4th, stole second, and ended up coming around to score the lone run of the ballgame for the Seagulls. This is the 3rd time he's led off an inning, and this is his 3rd at-bat. Swings through the fastball, 2-1. And that one off the end of the bat. Goes foul, 2-2. The 2-2, and this is a fly ball into right center field. Right fielder will make the catch, and it looks like J.P. Avila is actually the new right fielder. Rowan Felsch out of the game, and also a new second baseman and first baseman. Ryson Ujimori at second, and it looks like Felsch actually might have moved from right to first. And yeah, it does look like that's the defensive movement for the Legends. Rowan all over this one, and it could be another extra base hit for him. He will stand into second base, and his 2nd double of the evening. And the Seagulls have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. So Roan doubled back in the 2nd, albeit it was a ground ball to 3rd. Took a tricky hop and went over the glove of Nick Walsh and hugged the corner for a double. This time he got a good piece of that one, hitting it down the corner. Same spot. Here's Jake Barber. Takes a look at strike 1. He's 0 for 2 today. He was the offensive hero in Sunday's game. The 0-1 from Rodriguez. Slider misses in. 1-1. The 1-1, it's a grounder to second. Takes a nice cherry hop to Ujimori's glove. He flips to first in time. 2 are gone. So 2 gone for Liam Forsyth, the catcher. He is 0 for 1 today with a hit by pitch. He struck out looking in his last at-bat back in the 4th. He's got a runner 90 feet away. 2 are gone, though, here in the top of the 6th. Here's a grounder to short. Quinn, throw to first in plenty of time, and the Seagulls once again threaten with a runner in scoring position, but are unable to get them to score. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still tied 1 apiece here in San Bruno. Getting set for the home half of the 6th here at Tom Lara Field in the final matchup between these two teams who have played each other 5 times in the last 9 days. I'm sure these two teams are a little sick of each other, but as a spectator, not sick of this matchup one bit. It's been a bunch of great games between these two brand new CCL teams. The Seagulls being new affiliates as Nick Balch gets ahead 0-1 to Rowan Felsch, who's 0 for 2 today. Strikeout and a pop-out in his 2 at-bats. Balch came in a tricky spot, 1st and 3rd, 1 out, back-to-back punch-outs against the 2-3 hitters, Bilter and Finney, and was spectacular getting out of that jam with no more runs across. Gets another swing and a miss right there. 1-2 on Felsch. The 1-2, it's a ground ball to Barber. Fields it cleanly on to first in plenty of time, and 1 gone here in the home half of the 6th. Just 3 hits this evening for the Legends. A single in the 1st, and then a triple and a single last inning, scoring Ethan Bergen. Kevin Shea, 0 for 2 today. And he's not alone. Pop up to the shortstop, Barber, who's going to range over into short left field, just hugging the foul line as he calls off Josh Hansen, the third baseman, and makes the catch for the 2nd out. So nice range there from the Queens University of Charlotte middle infielder, Jake Barber. And here is Vaskin Smith. Breaking ball. Forsythe tried to bring that one back over the plate, but it misses. 1-0. Smith, a pop out and a ground out so far, but he has not struck out. He is the hot dog batter of the game, and he won't here. Pops this one up. Lordier, the second baseman, will be called off by the right fielder, Tinsley, who makes the catch for the 3rd out. So quick inning, at 1-2-3 go the Legends. Nick Balch doing a great job out of the pen. We're heading to the 7th. Cameron Anderson here. I'll see you on the next side. While we have a little bit of time in between innings, let's take a look at some legends in the pros. Menlo Park legends, that is. Tyler Sear, who was drafted by the Giants in the 10th round of the 2015 MLB draft. He played for the Legends in 2014. He's a right-handed pitcher from Fremont and went to Skyline College. He made his Major League debut with the A's in 2022, pitching in 12 games, posting a 2.70 ERA. He pitched 1 game for the Phillies and 2 games for the Dodgers last season. Another legend in the pro also played on that 2014 roster, Mark Matias, second baseman drafted by Cleveland in the 3rd round in the 2015 MLB draft out of Cal Poly Slow. Played in Major League Baseball for the Brewers, Rangers, Pirates, and finished his career with the Giants. Mark Mathias. Here's Jake Brewer set to lead things off against Nolan Rodriguez, who entered the game in the 6th. Gave up a 1-out double to Roan, but then got a couple of ground outs to get out of the inning. First pitch breaking ball, and ball 1 to Jake Brewer, 0 for 2 today. Ground out and a strikeout. He's played a good first base defensively so far as he fouls that one off. 1-1. Brewer, one of 8 returners for the Seagulls. He takes a look at a strike. Algren, who's on deck, his 3rd year with the Seagulls. Forsyth catching and was the last out last inning. Also a 3rd-year Seagull. Along with Josh Hansen, Dwyer Lewis, Will Ellis, Jake Brewer, Shane Stanley, and Jackson Moore. The 2-2 to Brewer. Breaking ball, rung him up. Looked like it was going to run in and hit him. Instead, it dropped in on the inside corner for strike 3. One gone for the Seagulls. Speedy center fielder Josh Algren hitting 9th today. Squares around but pulls back in time. Ball 1. Grounded out to first in his first at-bat and then at a long AB and drew a walk. As he takes a look at another ball, this time outside, 2-0. So second baseman Kevin Shea moves to third after some of the substitutions. So now at third, Shea playing on the cut of the grass. Algren off the end of the bat. This one goes down the third baseline, but foul, 2-1. And that one runs inside and hits Algren, and he's going to jog down to first as if it was no big deal. So he wears the 85-mile-per-hour fastball right off the leg, pointing to his dugout, saying he's all good. So one gone as Algren reaches again. A walk and a hit by pitch for him. And lineup flips over for Josh Hansen. 1 for 3 today with a double. Takes a look at a strike on the inside corner. 0-1. Hansen, 1 of 6 Bay Area natives on that top 500 MLB draft prospect list by perfect game. And him and another South Bay native from Palo Alto High School, Charlie Bates, who's ranked number 79. Hansen ranked 323. He is committed to USC if he wants to go to the college route. Takes a look at a fastball on the outside corner. Rodriguez paints the inside corner and then paints the outside corner. And Hansen quickly down the count 0-2 before he can get the bat off his shoulders. Algren move back to first. He's in safely. Hansen hit .433 and .382 in his junior and senior season at IMG Academy. Algren bluffs the steal. The slider misses out. 1-2. Breaking ball. He gets a piece of it. So able to stay back just long enough to get a piece of that, and Bergen, the catcher, wasn't able to hold on to the foul tip. So we'll try the 1-2 again. One out. Algren running. Fastball is outside, and he's in safely. Great jump from Josh Algren as he swipes second. The second stolen base as he now tied with Andrew Tinsley once again. His 6th stolen base of the season. And that makes things a little different. 2-2, 1 out. gets rid of the double play. Now runner in scoring position for Josh Hansen, who fouls this one back. And Hansen, who's going to give you professional at-bats each and every time. Great plate discipline as that one runs in and drills him. Couple of back-to-back hit by pitches here. One on the fastball and the second on the breaking ball that got away from Rodriguez. And now runners on first and second with one out. And they're going to have a mound visit after a couple of pitches get away from Rodriguez. He struck out Brewer to start the inning. And then a hit by pitch, stolen base, and then another hit by pitch. Now runners on first and second with one out for Isaiah Landry. Landry is 1 for 2 today, a single, a walk, and a ground out so far. Last time he was up, Josh Hansen was at first after he reached on the fielder's choice, and then what may or may not have been a designed hit and run worked that way, as Hansen was on the move with 2 strikes, and Landry hit a nice base hit the other way into right center field. Hansen moved up to third, but eventually they were stranded at first and third with 2 gone. So another good spot here for Isaiah Landry, the sophomore at Alabama State. First pitch to him in there, strike 1. Landry played in high school with R.J. Green, who's currently the 104th ranked MLB draft prospect on the Perfect Games top 500 list. Takes a look at 1-1. Runner's on the move. Throw to third, gets by. Algren is going to round third. He's going to come in to score. And it's 2-1 Seagulls as the aggressive base running pays off for San Francisco. Algren picks up another stolen base. He swipes second, swipes third, and then comes around to score on the throwing error from Bergen behind the dish, as Shea was not able to dig that one out. It was a one-hopper to Kevin Shea, who just slid over to third base, started at second. Nick Walsh came out of the game. And Hansen, who is also running, able to round second and swap places, digs into third. So the Seagulls take the lead here. Top of the 7th. Landry, chopper, foul. One gone. Infield is drawn in on the cut of the grass. So Landry probably looking to hit a fly ball here. Here's the 2-2 breaking ball. Just gets a piece of it. So Landry able to stay alive for another pitch. Try the 2-2 again. Rodriguez fires. Fastball misses. Low and outside, and the count runs to 3-2. Landry already 1 walk this evening. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. 3-2 in the dirt, and it gets by. Hansen coming around to score, and he's in safely. So the breaking ball landed a little too out in front of Bergen, went over his head, and Hansen, who read that perfectly, comes in standing up, and it's now 3-1 Seagulls. So a double steal, an error, throwing error, and then a wild pitch. And now the Seagulls, a 2-run advantage and score of 3-1, which is exactly where they were at 2 nights ago on Sunday when they finished with a final of 2-1. Landry walked on the pitch, and Kai Holm will pinch hit for Ryan Lordier in the 3-hole. First pitch to him in there, strike one. So you would assume Kai Holm pinch hitting for Lordier at second. Him and Barber will probably swap up the middle. So Holm will go to short, and Barber will slide back over to second, where those two are more comfortable. Landry stealing on the pitch, and he chose a good one as the fastball was spiked. Another stolen base for the Seagulls, fourth of the inning. Algren had 2 stolen bases, stole second and third. This is a ground ball to second. Ujimori on to first, and 2 are gone. Landry moves up to third on the grounder.
Now batting, number 10, Andrew Tinsley.
Looks like that's going to be it for Nolan Rodriguez, as skipper Chris DeBoo, who's the assistant pitching coach at USF, will take the pill from Nolan Rodriguez, and we'll have another arm coming in here. 3-1 Seagulls. Pitching change on the other side. Legends make a move to the pen here in the top of the 7th, and it's a very familiar arm as he started the game on Friday against the Seagulls in the 7-6 victory for the Legends. It's the 6-foot right-hander, 6'5" right-hander from down under. From Melbourne, Australia, it's Richard Keel. He went to St. Joseph's College in Melbourne and is a senior at Menlo. In his 4 years at Menlo, he threw 89 innings, 75 punch-outs, and a 5.46 ERA. Well, the last time he pitched against the Seagulls, he was dominant before having a big inning. He sort of had the wheels fall off on him in the 7th, albeit he threw 114 pitches in that ball game, going 6 2/3, 8 hits, 6 runs, 4 walks, and 5 punch-outs. A 3.10 ERA on the season for him. First pitch slider to Andrew Tinsley. Misses outside. Ball 1. Another slider. That one also missing outside. 2-0 on Tinsley. Excuse me, it was the 5th inning in which the Seagulls really got on him. No, actually it was the 7th. Foul ball. Just misses a spectator. There's a bench out there in foul territory down the left field line. Like I was saying, Keel in the 7th surrendered 5 of those 6 runs as the wheels started to fall off. Single, walk, single, 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 double, and then his outing was over. Fan threw the ball back onto the field, which is not where you want to throw it, but Josh Quinn, the shortstop, will hustle over and throw it into the Seagulls dugout. 3-1 on Tinsley. Landry at third with 2 gone. And that one runs in 3-2. Keel, the sidewinder, tricky 3/4 arm slot. That slider does not come back in and cross the plate. It'll stay inside. Ball 4. So 2 hit by pitches and 2 walks so far in this inning from the Legends pitching staff between Keel and Rodriguez. Seagulls have put 2 runs across and have runners on first and third and don't even have a hit in this inning. And this has just been how it's been in some games for the Seagulls, as a lot of it is just good at-bats, drawing walks. Here's a high fly ball to left field. Vaskin Smith will move over and make the catch for the 3rd out. 3-1 Seagulls as we head to the home half of the 7th. Time to stretch here in San Bruno. Bottom of the 7th as little defensive substitutions, or not defensive substitutions, but just a little bit of movement. Middle infielders, Jake Barber and Kai Holmes swap spots. Barber started at short, but Kai Holmes pinch hit for Ryan Lordier, the second baseman, so they will swap up the middle, more comfortable. Kai Holmes is at short, and Jake Barber primarily starting second, or primarily starts at second baseman when he does start. Bunt by Vaskin Smith, and it's a beauty. Nick Balch slips and wouldn't have had a chance anyway. Vaskin Smith lays a perfect bunt down the third base line, and it's an infield single to kick things off here in the home half of the 7th. Was just going to say, Balch has retired the first 5 batters he's faced, but right there, first hit, the 4th hit of the ball game for the Legends, as this pitching staff has done a good job on this potent offense. Fastball runs inside. 1-0 on Quinn. He's 1 for 2 today with a stolen base. Singled in his last at-bat back in the 5th. That one fouled back. Balch in his last appearance was also against the Legends in that loss in San Mateo. Or actually, no, it was here. It was a 7-6 loss in which Balch pitched well. 3 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 walk, 4 punch-outs. He came into a 7-1 ball game, held the Legends in check. The Seagulls almost came back, ended up losing 7-6 in that one. 2-2 on Quinn. Bergen on first, nobody out. Seagulls a 2-run lead now after scoring 2 in the top of the 7th. Popped up to the shortstop Holm, who will make the catch. Looked like Barber was going to call it off, and instead Holm at last second saw that one could have potentially landed, and he will cut off Barber and make the catch right in front of second base for the first out. So here's the new second baseman, Ryson Ujimori. Ujimori from Hawaii and is a junior at UC San Diego. Two-time Oahu Interscholastic D1 honorable mention in high school. So he takes a look at a strike, 1-1. He came in for Nick Walsh. He's a defensive substitution and is hitting in Walsh's place. Him and Kevin Shea, the second baseman, moved over to third, so Ujimori could go to second base. Ujimori played for Team California for 4 years and appeared in 20 games as a freshman, hitting .289 at UCSD, including a 2-home-run game against Cal State Fullerton. He's rung up as Balch just keeps aiming and painting that outside corner, gets the strike, and it's his third punch-out this evening as Ujimori goes down looking for the second out. Here's young Goldberg headed to Santa Clara in the West Coast Conference. Runners on the move. Forsythe throw to second. It's a one-hopper, and they got him. Great throw from Liam Forsythe as it just glided off the grass into the glove of Kai Holm, who applies the quick tag in time for the third out. So Balch gave up the infield single, but once again faces the minimum. He's been magnificent out of the bullpen. Go to the top of the 8th, 3-1, Seagulls out in front. Top of the 8th, Cameron Anderson here in San Bruno, California at San Bruno City Park, Tom Lara Field. The Seagulls out in front 3-1. And Jake Barber is set to lead things off against the right-hander Richard Keel. First pitch to Barber in there, strike one. Barber 0 for 3 today. And some defensive substitutions for the Legends as a good slider from Keel in there, strike 2. Looks like Logan Musey will come in to play left, and new first baseman Kanan Treese as well. Here's the 0-2. Another slider. Barber's on it, and this one will get down the line. It's extra bases. Barber rounds first, and he heads to second. It's back-to-back games with a double for Jake Barber. So I said earlier, Barber has been swinging a hot bat, and he's making me look good here. Double today, double on Sunday. And the last time on July 5th, Jake Barber singled and came across to score the opening run of the ball game for the Seagulls, although they lost that game. He was their early offense. And then he also had a solo shot against the Stompers not too long ago. That was the only run that the Seagulls scored. So 3 extra base hits in the last week for Jake Barber. Here's Liam Forsyth, 0 for 2 today with a hit by pitch. 1-1 on him. Runner on second, nobody out for Forsyth, who had a big second half of the season at Chabot. 7 homers in conference play. Down to the count, 1-2. Keel looking for the punch out. That one right by his head. Didn't really flinch. It's 2-2. Two from Keel, misses way outside. Ball 3. So 2 straight balls from Keel. Now the count is full. Jake Brewer will be pinch hit for on deck by Nav Sundar. But here's a 3-2, misses high, ball 4. So a double and a walk to kick things off here in the top of the 8th, and Nav Sundar will not be pinch hitting here. Jake Brewer looks like will actually still keep his at-bat, as Sundar, who looked like he might have been pinch hitting, potentially pinch hitting if Forsyth got out. Or he's just warming up a little bit. Couldn't quite tell what happened right there. Nonetheless, Brewer comes up, and he's going to lay one down. Shea was not expecting it. Throw to first is not in time. It's a bunt single for Jake Brewer, and the bases are loaded. Still nobody out here in the top of the 8th. So Brewer absolutely surprised third baseman Kevin Shea, as runners were on the move. So Shea sprinted over to third to cover third base, and Brewer laid down a perfect bunt. So perfectly executed by the Seagulls and Coach Dom, as looked like that was a squeeze right there. Runners on first and second, I believe, were both moving. And that is just perfectly executed small ball. Something that is a lost art now in today's game. And that is probably why Brewer kept his at-bat instead of Nav coming in to pinch hit, because Brewer is good fundamentals and good at laying down a bunt. Got the job done right there and more, as his job was just to move the runners over, and he ended up reaching first on an infield single in the process. Here's Josh Algren, a walk, a hit by pitch, and a ground out. He's got bases loaded, nobody out in this 3-1 ball game. First pitch hits the outside corner, strike 1. Algren trying to get things going with the bat for the Seagulls this summer. This is a great spot. Right down the middle, it's a line drive to the center fielder, who ran in and makes a leaping catch as young Goldberg. Wow, what a play. He read that incorrectly at first. He came in thinking it was going to be falling in front of him. Instead, he had to go back out, makes a jump and leaping catch. It's going to be a sac fly and an RBI for Josh Algarin, but young Goldberg saves extra bases. So 1 gone as Barber comes in to score on the sac fly. And Forsyth, as that ball was hit deep enough for him to tag up at second. So now runners on the corners with 1 out for Josh Hansen. Pops this one up, and Kanan Treese, the new first baseman, won't be able to make a play on it as it goes foul. So 0-1 on Hansen. Runners on the corners, 1 gone. It's now a 3-run game, 4-1 Seagulls. Slider, it's a grounder to short. Quinn is just going to go to first. It's a high throw, but Treese able to snag it and come down on the bag in time. They trade an out for a run. The Seagulls come in to score again. It's now 5-1. RBI for Josh Hansen. Hansen out at first on the 6-3 putout. But now 2 gone. Runner on second as Brewer makes it up. And here's Isaiah Landry, who takes a look at ball 1. Landry, 2 walks and a single so far today. Picked up a stolen base last time he was on. Grounder to second. This could be trouble for Ujimori, who can't field it cleanly. Landry in. It's an infield single for Isaiah Landry. And again, this is a fast lineup today. A very fast lineup with Algren hitting 9th and Hansen and Landry and Tinsley. All very fast guys that put pressure on this defense. So, Landry reaches on the infield single. Brewer makes it up to third. And here's Kai Holm. Holm grounded out to second in his first at-bat of the game. He pinch hit for Lordier in the 7th. Takes a look at strike 1. Four runs across in the last 2 innings, and still chance to add in some more here for the Seagulls. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Holm tied with the most RBIs on the team, but he swings through the slider right there, goes down, strike 3. But not before the Seagulls put 2 more on the scoreboard. It's 5-1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th here in San Bruno. Bottom of the 8th, and the Seagulls go to the bullpen once again, and it's someone who's been a unsung hero on the mound, Shane Stanley, coming in his 3rd appearance of the summer. His last appearance was in the 7-6 loss against the Legends less than a week ago, in which he came in the top of the 9th, down by 1, trying to just keep it a one-run game so his offense could come up with a chance to win it in the bottom of the ninth, and he did just that. 2 punch-outs and retired all 3 batters that he faced in the top of the ninth, including the last strike he threw to strike out the last batter in the top of the ninth. Hit 88 on the radar gun. He was fired up about it. Ended up actually getting ejected right after his performance for being a little bit too vocal and energetic. Didn't matter, though, because his outing was done, just pitching 1 inning in the top of the ninth. Seagulls weren't able to score in the bottom of the ninth, ended up losing that great game. That was a great game, 7-6. That was the last time Richard Keel pitched and Nick Balch. Goldberg down the count 1-2 against Shane Stanley, who still has a 0 ERA through 3 innings, 4 punch-outs for him. And he almost sits Goldberg down there. Good take from the Legends center fielder. 2-2. Stanley was a Gold Glove winner as a catcher at City College of San Francisco as Goldberg swings through the fastball. Strike 3. 5 punch-outs now for Stanley this summer in 3 1/3 innings of work. Just 1 hit and no earned runs so far. Him and Josh Algren are the only 2 pitchers on the staff who have yet to let up a run. Now Lincoln Juarez and Matt Moreno join that company as they both made their debuts today and didn't surrender any runs. Fastball, strike. 1-1 on Evan Bilter. DHing today, he's 0 for 3. Came in with the second best batting average on the team. The Seagulls pitching staff has had his number along with a lot of this Legends lineup's number today. Just 4 hits as a team for the Legends. Breaking ball, he gets a piece, fouls it back. Stanley at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. Threw out 54 runners in his 2 years at CCSF. Here's a line drive over into right center field. Algren will field it and get it into his cutoff barber. It's a 1-out knock for Evan Bilter.
Number 30, John Paul Avila.
Here's JP Avila hitting in the 3-hole for Emmett Finney. He's moved over, came into the game and is playing right field for the Legends. Avila, second most home runs in the CCL with 3. Kosciuszko, leads the CCL in home runs for the Walnut Creek Crawdads, who have had a fantastic season so far. First place in the North and have the best batting average and most total bases in the CCL. 1-1 on Avila, who's gotten the start in almost all of these games against the Seagulls. Takes a big hack, but gets nothing but big air on the curveball. 1-2. Stanley trying to pick up another punch-out. 1 gone. Bilter on first. Fastball, foul tipped. Well, and Stanley, who, like I said, threw out 54 runners in his 2 years at CCSF, led all of California community colleges in runners thrown out, and breaks off a nasty off-speed pitch right there. Avila way out in front for the 2nd out. 2 punch-outs for Shane Stanley, who is starting to give Will Ellis a little run for his money as the closer for the Seagulls. Here's Kanan Treese, came into the ball game, played first base. He's hitting in Rowan Felsh's spot in the 4-hole. Takes a look at ball 1. Fastball, it is hard hit out to center field, but Algren has plenty of room out there to track it down and make the catch for the third out. Shane Stanley comes in 2 punch outs in his last 2 outings, 2 punch outs in each of his last 2 outings, and he continues to succeed on the mound for the Seagulls. We go to the top of the 9th, 5-1, San Francisco out in front. 5-1 Seagulls here in the top of the 9th. Andrew Tinsley leading things off against the left-hander Ronald Rocky, who pitched on Sunday. Rocky, Santa Clara left-hander who only made a few appearances out of the bullpen this spring at Santa Clara. Came into the game on Sunday as well for the Legends, making his first appearance out of the bullpen for the Legends. 2-1 on Tinsley here in the top of the 9th. Seagulls' last chance to add some insurance runs as we go to the bottom of the 9th next. 3-1 on Tinsley. He's 0 for 2 today with 2 walks. Came around to score the first run of the ballgame for the Seagulls back in the 4th. This is popped up. Treese, the first baseman, will watch it sail into the bullpen. Strike 2, 3-2. Rocky threw 1 inning with 1 walk, no hits, no strikeouts on Sunday in that 3-1 loss where the Seagulls beat the Legends 3-1. Tinsley walks. So Tinsley leadoff walk, and here's Ethan Rohn, the designated hitter who's got 2 doubles today. That one in the dirt, and Tinsley will make it up to second. And he almost rounded second, thought about going to third as Bergen had a little tough time trying to find that one. So Tinsley moves up to second, and now runner in scoring position for Ethan Rohn. Bergen is going to call time and go talk to his left-hander, Ronald Rocky. Roan does have a home run this summer for the Seagulls. One of 3 hitters on the Seagulls with a home run. And a surprising 4 doubles this evening for the Seagulls. Believe the most extra base hits they've had in a league game, as he swings through that one. 1-2 now on Roan. Back-to-back strikes from Rocky. And this is hard hit out to right field. JP Avila will make the catch. Tinsley is tagging. He's got plenty of speed to make it up to third. And he's in there safely. So Roan flies out to right. Tinsley tags up and is now 90 feet away for Jake Barber, who doubled to lead things off in the 8th and came around to score. So Barber, who had 8 homers and 7 doubles in his freshman year at Queen's University of Charlotte in 50 games, starting to get the bat going this summer for the Seagulls. Three extra base hits in his last 4 games. That one misses out. 2-0 on Barber. Left on left matchup. And Rocky can't find the strike zone. 3-0. In there, 3-1. So Barber now, hitters count. Chance to do some damage here. 3-1 from Rocky, and he misses outside, ball 4. Good eye from Barber. He draws the walk. So now runners on first and third for Liam Forsyth. Walk and a hit by pitch so far today for Forsyth. He's 0 for 2. Came across to score in the last inning. Fouls the first pitch back, 0-1. Misses outside, 1-1. Rocky having some command issues here. That was sort of had some command issues at Santa Clara as well. Again, just 3 appearances for him, so short sample size. Forsyth is jammed, pops this one up to the second baseman Ujimori, who hustles all the way over to where Treese, the first baseman, is basically playing, and makes the catch for the second out. 2 gone for Jake Brewer, the first baseman, who laid down a perfect bunt. It was a infield single, and he gave the Seagulls bases loaded with no outs. Aldrin sac fly, Hansen RBI ground out, Landry singled, and then Holm struck out to end that 8th inning. Pushed 2 across in the 8th, 2 across in the 7th, and 1 in the 4th so far the Seagulls have. Those are all 5 of their runs. That one gets to the backstop. Barber dig into second and will be upstanding. Another wild pitch. 1-1 on Brewer. Now runners on second and third with 2 outs. Base hit could score 2. Swings through the fastball, 1-2. The 1-2. And that one runs inside and off the hands down the first baseline and in foul territory. So we'll try the 1-2 again. Here's a chopper to short. Quinn fields it on a hop, throw to first in time. And so Rocky gets out of the jam. Runners are on second and third. Not able to score any. We go to the bottom of the ninth, 5-1. The Legends are down to their last 3 outs. Bottom of the ninth, Cameron Anderson here in San Bruno, California, in what's a home game for the Menlo Park Legends. 4-run advantage. Shane Stanley still on the mound. Couple of punch outs, a single, and a fly out in his first frame on the mound. Now 6 punch outs on the year in 4 innings of work. Quickly, 2-0 to Kevin Shea, leading things off. He's 0 for 3 today. Here's the 2-0. Nice spot from Stanley. 2-1. Two one, and Shea a little late on that. 2-2. Seagulls have the day off tomorrow before they head out to Sonoma to play at Arnold Field. Meanwhile, the Legends will host the Stompers tomorrow in San Mateo. It's the 2-2. Misses outside. 3-2. Legends play tomorrow in San Mateo and then head down to Santa Barbara to play the Foresters at Eddie Matthew Field, Santa Barbara High School. Shea walks, and that means a leadoff runner on first for the Legends here in the bottom of the ninth. Here's Logan Musey. He came in defensive substitution for Vaskin Smith. This is first at bat of the game. Breaking ball outside from Stanley, 1-0. Musey 0 for 3 today. Pop out, ground out, and a fly out so far. The 1-0. Fastball, swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. 1-1. Musey from Henderson, Nevada, and a junior at Brown. Fastball got on his hands. User ground to third. Hansen, bare hand, throw to first, and it's up the line. Brewer not able to keep his foot on the bag. And so, tough play there for Hansen. Musey reaches safely on the infield single. Here's Ethan Burgeon, who has reached in every at-bat so far. He was hit by a pitch in the second, and then a triple and a single so far for him. He came around to score their lone run of the ball game as he comes in the biggest spot of the night for the Legends. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Down by 4. Stanley definitely use a ground ball right here. Fastball fouled, 0-2. The 0-2 from Stanley, breaking ball, rung him up for the first out in the bottom of the 9th. Great spot from Shane Stanley, dropping in the curveball. Burgeon walks back to the dugout, and now the Legends are down to their final 2 outs. Still runners on first and second, now 1 out for Josh Quinn, who's 1 for 3 today. And Stanley doubles up on the curveball. Same spot, same result. Strike 1. Fastball, strike 2. So Quinn steps out, gathers himself as he's seen 2 pitches over the zone. Wasn't able to get the bat off the shoulders, or the bat off his shoulder. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Stanley pumps up the fastball, and back-to-back punch-outs. 4 punch-outs now in an inning and 2/3 out of the bullpen. Here's Ryson Ujimori. Struck out looking in his first and only at-bat as he came in the game for Nick Walsh, the third baseman, but Ujimori went to second, and Kevin Shea, the second baseman, moved over to third. First pitch to Ujimori, misses outside, 1-0. Fastball way up, way out, 2-0. Two-0 in there, 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Legends down to their final strike. And the Seagulls trying to win back-to-back games against the Legends this 7th game. 2-2 outside, 3-2. Legends have won 4 of the 6 games these two teams have played. So they own the 4-2 record. Seagulls trying to make that 4-3. And that one in the dirt. Ball 4. Ujimori walks. And now the bases are loaded with 2 gone. For the top of the order, Hayden Young-Goldberg. Coach Dom is going to make a walk out to the mound. And this is a pressure spot, if I've ever seen one. Tying run at the plate. And it's one of the better hitters in the lineup. Headed to Santa Clara. He's 1 for 3 today with a hit by pitch and a single. So it looks like Coach Dom is going to just give him some words of encouragement. And Stanley knows plenty about those mound visits, usually from the perspective of a catcher. This time, he's got to sort of give himself some positivity rather than giving the pitcher like he normally does. First pitch to young Goldberg, fouled out of play, 0-1. Goldberg struck out swinging in his last at-bat against Stanley last inning. Good changeup. Did he go around? No, he did not. 1-1. So Goldberg was Stanley's first recorded out this evening when he came into the ballgame in the 8th. Fastball just misses. Getting squeezed right there is Stanley. 2-1. 2-1. Fouled back. 2-2. And once again, Legends down to their final strike. Seagulls trying to make it 2 straight victories, and they do. Foul tip, strike 3. Stanley fired up as he finishes the job here in a great performance from this pitching staff, as it was a bullpen game here today, as the Seagulls had to use 5 pitchers in this one. Remember, Matt Moreno got the start, his first start of the season for the Seagulls in league play. Ended up coming out of the game due to an injury while warming up in between innings after the first. And then Lincoln Juarez made his Seagulls debut on the mound. And then Ryan Rocha, Nick Balch, and Shane Stanley, who finishes the job for the Seagulls as they win. Final score of 5-1 this evening. What a performance. And they win the 7th and final game between these two teams. And remember, it's been a very heated foe, as this sort of earlier this week it seemed like there might be words exchanged and bad blood in every game that these two teams faced. The 7-6 loss that the Seagulls suffered a few days ago was really the last time we've seen any back and forth chatter, as that game ended with Stanley punching out the last hitter in the top of the 9th, and then Cole Roberts, the right-hander for the Legends, finishing the job, recording the save. And there was some separation after the game as both benches were cleared, and luckily the last 2 games have been much cleaner, and the Seagulls have won both and only surrendered 1 run in each of those games. Final score of 3-1, and this evening, final score of 5-1. So we will stay here, as we should be getting a post-game interview with one of the Seagulls. Do believe it will be the right-handed pitcher Nick Balch, who came into the game and was magnificent once again. His last 2 appearances, he's been really good. Pitched really well against the Legends in his last performance. Like I said, 2 1/3 innings pitched. And so it seems like we will have Shane Stanley and Nick Balch headed over, the last 2 guys to finish the ball game out in what was a bullpen game for the Seagulls after Moreno had to exit early. So we will wait for that one. Like I said, the Seagulls have tomorrow off, so a little rest day on Wednesday, then a rest day yesterday, and then it is just all out as they play Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then have a week off. So it's going to be a very congested week coming up for them. Some road games in the mix of it. And it looks like we have both of the pitchers, primarily one of them primarily a catcher and the other primarily a pitcher. But now, Shane, let me go to you first here. Back-to-back appearances, multiple strikeouts. Is the stuff feeling good right now?
Yeah, the fastball feels good. I'm curious to see what you had me at, but the fastball felt real good. I didn't get ahead early, so it was good that my guys gave me a cushion. I wasn't really stressed out there in the last inning, but I really just went back to that fastball, especially against the lefties, and I just try to like throw it as hard as I can because I wasn't getting strikes with the changeup or the slider tonight. But hell of a job on the offense, hell of a job on the pitching staff. It was a good dub.
Nick, so this is also your second appearance against the Legends. Last time it was a 7-6 loss, but you held the door. It was 7 runs. It was 7-1 when you came in the ball game, and you held it at 7. You went 2 1/3, 4 punch outs, pitched really well. Probably your best outing of the summer, and then you doubled it up today with another great outing. What's been working the last 2 outings for you, and why have you been so successful lately?
Yeah, thank you. So going in, I knew that like none of the team could hit me. So I just knew like none of them had like anything to beat me with. So I just like placed it down the middle, hit the spots, and then trusted my defense. And yeah, defense made a lot of good plays out there. Had my back for a couple of pop flies, a couple of ground balls, and then I got to give props to the offense too for putting up those runs during the game and the game last time. So yeah, just beat him and punch him out with my fastballs.
Shane, tell me a little bit about your experience here with the Seagulls and this summer so far. What have been, obviously, there's been some highs and lows. Currently, still under 500, but trying to get back to 500 and above 500 as you guys make a final push here. About like 14 more games left in the season, so still another third of the season left. Plenty of time to get back and make a push for playoffs. What has your experience been like so far as a San Francisco Seagull?
This is my second year on the Seagulls, so I've had a lot of fun. Fun fact, this is the first time I ever get to pitch, so that's been awesome. Kind of rediscover myself as an athlete late in my college career, but that's sick. But as of wins and getting wins, I think we play better angry, we play better mad. And this team, his team got under our skin, so we've pulled 500 with them. We want to win the series against them. They're a big rival for us, but I think we've made a lot of rivalries. We're looking to get a lot of wins off. We're at a lot of wins. We got 2 straight now. We're going to try to go on a roll here and just get something going because this is a special group. I think we can make a run at playoffs.
Nick, how about yourself? What has your experience been like with the Seagulls? This is your first summer with the Seagulls. How has it been so far?
Oh yeah, I love it so far. I know like a lot of teammates already, a lot of people I played with or played against, and I feel like this is a good, fun group of guys. We're just having a lot of fun this summer, and after these 2 wins, we're gonna start rolling now, and we know what we have. We can beat any team with how we played these last 2 games, and it's been super fun.
Final question for both of you. You guys have tomorrow off, and then I don't know if you've seen the schedule, but it's a very congested schedule heading up. Thursday game, Friday game, Saturday game, Sunday game, Monday game, Tuesday game. No days off. And then you have a week off after July 16th all the way to July 23rd. So kind of in the grind and about to head into the thick of things where things matter the most. What is it going to take for the Seagulls to try to get back on the winning track? Obviously, 2 straight wins, but moving forward, trying to stay on a nice winning streak. What is it going to take for the Seagulls?
I think it's going to take the pitching, guys like Maddie and me and Josh that are position players, and especially Liam, guys that are position players that come in and kind of either help out in the innings where we're down a lot of runs and kind of kill innings there, or just kind of come in and make big-time performances in games that really matter. It's really going to be the pitching, and if we can our hitting has been pretty good in the last couple of games. Like we just gotta get ahead early, and we play well when we have a lead, and we can hold that lead. So we just gotta hit and pitch. It's just baseball.
Yeah, absolutely agree with Shane. With the offense, Seagulls fly high in the night, but
yes, we do.
I know like yes sir. But early in the game we got to jump on those fools. We got to score some runs early, and we just got to put them away early so our pitch can handle things.
Well, the pitching has definitely handled things. I want to say among teams that have played 20 or more games, you guys have the third less earned runs in the CCL, including the North and South Division, fourth best team ERA in the CCL. So the pitching has gotten it done, and both of you guys got it done tonight. So congrats on the win. See you guys on Thursday at Arnold Field in Sonoma, California. I'm Cameron Anderson, going to be signing out, and we'll see all of you at Arnold Field in Sonoma, California. What will be a radio broadcast from me, so hopefully you're not sick of my voice, because that's all you're going to get next time. All right, good night, everyone.